See. I know it's peanut, so that's good. Workshops, you know, when I did
That might actually be coffee. All right, welcome. Everybody's happy with the socks? So yeah, what's happening? What's alive for everybody? Anything to share? Parts of the body?
Patience.
Patience.
And leaving it for others.
Are you holding it for yourself?
Sometimes that's why I'm here.
I watched Katie like run across Broadway to get here today. Hey, I got y'all. Patience.
I agree. The squirrels have been eating my beautiful sunflowers.
Oh, yeah. Who knows? We love the squirrels though too. Except, you know, they're like this big in the city. Look at you. Well, I draw an oracle card every morning with all of us in mind, like what oracle wants to come through. And I really appreciate using these cards often as themes. And this morning I drew the card Death. Yeah.
Wait, what card?
Death. Yeah, so grieving and letting go. And I did draw the card upside down, you know, that has a different sort of articulation. There's that word again, death. And I always find it interesting to think of grieving and letting go when we're in the middle of summer, when things are seemingly at their like utmost of aliveness. And I just share this as a, interesting. And as many of you know and hear, I lost, my father passed away about 3 months ago. Yeah, thank you. And I know that all of us have experienced a loss in some way. And my mom just recently, yesterday, saw the movie, the documentary about Mr. Rogers, Mr. Rogers in the Neighborhood, right? And right after my father had passed, I had used a quote from that movie, honoring those that have loved us into being. And my mom was so moved by this movie, and so she brought it back into my aliveness yesterday in this grieving and letting go. So yet another layer of the death canal, so to speak, and simultaneously another layer of the birth canal. So here we are, we're being born and we're dying simultaneously all the time, even when we're in the middle of summer and the winter solstice. So I mentioned this, patience, sunflowers and squirrels and holding nature and the cycles of life. And as we breathe together today, right, so the summer solstice is the apex of the inhale. The winter solstice, the apex of the exhale. Right? And we're breathing all the time, quote, unquote. So thank you for being here. Yeah, thank you for your presence. And I'm so grateful that we get to practice together and really feel the intonations of each other as we are birthing each other and supporting each other home. So let's come to a comfy seat if we're not already. Just offering a few moments, maybe a hand on the heart, hand on the belly. Just perhaps a gentle rocking motion, eyes can close down, maybe a subtle pelvic bolster, maybe stillness, receiving the touch of your hands and allowing your torso to be received by your hands. And then settling into the root of our heart, pelvic floor, the root of our tongue. And we get to lean into ourselves. We get to soften into this moment, and this moment is ever, ever present, softening into us. And how do we open in this receptivity and strength and clarity and here, now? And as we feel the weight of our body received by planet Earth, we honor this principle of mutual support. And we sense what it feels like for Earth to receive the support of our bodies. And then we breathe in belly, diaphragm, chest. We take it all the way to the top of the inhale, and we honor this solstice moment, our aliveness here now. Linger. And then a full, slow exhale, emptying chest, diaphragm, belly. Take it all the way to the root, right into the center of Ma Earth. Dissolving, becoming right here, right now. Let's feel into 5 more breaths. Just start to lengthen and broaden your breath, our awareness. Sense the sheath of embodiment softening, allowing patience, receptivity, strength, courage, clarity, here, now. And as we receive the support of our breath, our body, this moment, let's stack palms over our heart and just let a single word of intention shimmer into your awareness, your body, your breath. And as we relax the root of the tongue, the whole body, let's tone. The mantra is Om, Ah, at the root, Om, at the heart, third eye, 3 rounds. Be received. Release your breath. Breathe in. As we release thoughts of the past and the future, we really open to the infinite field of right here, right now, revealed existence. And as we breathe in, we allow that breath in to float our biceps by our ears, fingertips lift to the sun, the moon, the stars, inside and all around. And as we exhale, we are just going to twist to the right. So we bring our right fingertips to the earth behind us, left hand on top of the knee. Maybe a little rounding through the back body, and then let the breath in broaden from the inside out, lengthen. Inner gaze slides over the back shoulders, soften the jaw. We feel a full breath in. And as we exhale, empty, empty, empty. We release, we allow. One more. We keep our torso twisted in this direction as we drag our chin to our throat. And then the chin drags over the left clavicle, inner gaze over the left shoulder. The inner sternum lifts, high heart. And then let's lift that right bicep over our ear and then fan the right ribs open. Any little movements, adjustments, allow, notice, feel, breath in, breath out. Couple more breaths. And I offer just little pulses, little tones. Feel free to try any of them on. One more. And then breathing in, let's lift center. Keep that top arm lifted. We are going to come to eagle arms. So right arm over left. Maybe palms together, maybe hands around your shoulders. Breathe in, let the elbows lift, let the throat open. Maybe a little sit bone walk side to side. And then as we exhale, scoop the tailbone round through the back body, chin toward throat. And you're kind of weighting your forearms toward the earth. Maybe the fingertips even touch the earth. Then breathe in, lift and lengthen, little opening of the heart and throat. And then exhale, scoop and squeeze, maybe even a little sway through the mid-back, low back, jaw. Let's take that one more round. And just really bowing into our own heart, the releasing, the letting go, dissolving into our becoming. Stay here and let there be a little sway in whatever way is swaying. Breath in. Out. Inhale, let's restack the spine, and we are going to slide that right forearm over left. You can even interlace hands around the elbow creases, and let's lift the elbows to the sky. Maybe a tiny sway side to side, just intuitive movement. Maybe a little chin toward the throat, upper back body, throat opens, jaw. Other direction. First exhale, the center, and let's straighten the elbows. It's like a big back stroking of the arms. Sunshine, heart, fingertips to the earth, slightly behind us. Let's straighten the legs, just like a soft V with the legs. Let's bring our hands to the kneecaps for a moment, and then just let the hands circle the knees. Toes can point, flex. Maybe a little circling of the toes, the head, the neck, jaw. Just kind of find your rhythm, allow your rhythm. It happens simultaneously. Sometimes we got to try it on, and then there it is. Switch directions. And this is fairly just passive, receptive, just bow forward. Doesn't matter how far forward. Head and neck might do a little shake out, a little bounce out. A full inhale. And then a full exhale. And one more. Let's just stay here for a silent breath. And then as the belly button draws back, let's restack the spine. Inhale, shoulders lift to ears. Open mouth, exhale, shoulders back and down. Relax the tongue, take that again. One more time. Let's just stay here for a breath and notice. Patience. We slide the hands under the knees. Bend the knees. We're going to cross the legs in the opposite direction. You know what I mean. Opposite leg in front. Biceps by ears here. Lift, lift, lift. And as we exhale, a little twist toward the windows. So that's the left fingertips behind us. Right hand top of the knee. Maybe a little rounding through the back body at first, but then the breath in broadens and lengthens. Inner gaze over that back shoulder. Full breath in. Summer solstice. Empty, empty, empty. Allow, release, letting go. One more. The torso stays twisted in this direction as the chin drags to the throat, over the right clavicle, inner gaze over the right shoulder, inner sternum. Left fingertips lift to the sky. We fan the left ribs up. Breath. Be little micro movements. Allow, notice. And then breathing in, we lift center. We keep that top arm lifted. And as we unwind, it's eagle arms on this side. So left arm over right, left arm over right. Elbows lift, little opening of the throat. Exhale, scoop the tailbone, back body squeeze, bow forward. Maybe fingertips touch the earth, no big deal. Just keep that a few rounds. As we kind of think of the summer bulbs that spiral toward the sun, get deeper down into their roots. And then as we exhale here, kind of bowing into our own heart, earth heart, a little sway of the upper back body, head and neck. And then breathing in, let's restack. Let's slide the left forearm over right. Elbow creases maybe with the hands, elbows lift. And this time, shoulders back and down, and then a little sway away from the windows. Exhale, chin toward the throat, upper back body, toward the windows. And then lift the throat, the sternum. Now switch directions. Thank you. And as we lift center, to reach the arms long, palms spread wide. Woo. Cactus arms squeeze. Let's slide the hands under our knees, draw our knees toward each other. Let's step the feet a little wider than the hips. Exhale, drop the knees toward the window. Stay here, inner belly scoops, and then let's bring that right hand to the top of the left knee once more. Gaze over the back shoulder and then plant that left hand on the earth. Buoyant elbow. Scoop the tailbone lift onto the knees and drape that right bicep over here. And then give it a little cactus arm squeeze there. Gaze to the sky. And then drape that bicep over the ear. Gaze toward the earth. Take that one more round. Fingertips might stir a little bit. And then we just track the sit bones back to the earth. And then fold that right shoulder over the heart. Bring the hand to the earth next to the other hand behind you. You got it. And maybe bend the elbows down. And then straighten the elbows, lengthen the spine, heart sips open. And just take that 2 more rounds of breath. Good. And last one. Breathing in, straighten the elbows, cartwheel the right bicep over here, cactus arm that right elbow, right fingertips to the earth for support. Scoop the tailbone as the knees sweep through center, and we're going to take that whole thing the other direction. Just kind of noticing the spirals, the circles, the cycles. Now we plant the right hand, buoyant elbow. Scoop the tailbone, lift the sit bone. So we're lifting onto the knees as we bring the left bicep over our ear. Cactus arm, gaze to the sky. Shift for your bodies, bicep over ear. We gaze toward the earth, we'll fold it in. And take that one more breath. Beautiful. And as the sit bones come to the earth, we fold the left shoulder over our heart. We bring the hand to the earth next to the other hand. So toward the back of our mat, inhale, and then exhale, bend the elbows, a little bow in, forehead toward the earth. Straighten the elbows, inhale, slide the heart to the sky, and then take that one more round. Straighten the elbows. And we're going to cartwheel that left bicep over here. Cactus arm squeeze, gaze to the sky. Bring the fingertips to the earth behind you, and we're going to sweep the knees center. And then from here, just kind of slide onto your forearms. Lift the feet, and then just kind of free flow, a little massage around the sacrum. So you might get into the left SI joint, like the deep hip flexor, the right. Maybe you can kind of cartwheel the legs a bit, just whatever feels interesting. We're in this sort of dancing with creation. Head and neck. Maybe you want to kind of stick around on your right hip flexor for a moment. Left. And then go ahead and bring the feet to the earth. We are going to come onto our backs. So if you need to shift anything out of the way, please do so. Maybe shimmy your shelves onto your mat. Yeah, let's have our knees bent with our feet directly behind our sit bones. And then just offer yourself into this moment a little deeper. Full breath in. Open mouth, exhale. One more. Good. So we're going to go pretty subtle for a moment here. So bring the hands to your low belly. A tiny scoop of the tailbone. So you're pressing your sacrum into the earth, the lower lumbar into the earth. And then the tailbone is going to just do a tiny little sway side to side. So you might notice how the sit bones will start to do a little sway. So like I was talking about this yesterday, that the tailbone's like a little sail. And the sacrum is kind of floating in the ocean there. And then we're just going to drop a gentle hum. Continue. Watch how that kind of ripples a little movement through the whole spine and the base of your skull. 2 more hums. Freeing up the tail, sail. 1 more. And then just relax everything. Open attention. Notice what you notice. Keep your right foot on the earth behind your sit bone. Reach your left leg up toward the ceiling. Interlace your hands behind your left hamstrings and press the hamstrings into your hand. And then start to circle the left ankle, toes, and gently press the sole of the right foot so your sacrum anchors to the earth. Yeah, maybe
draw the chin slightly forward and then switch directions with that left ankle toaster. Kind of like you're footprinting the ceiling. Give it a big old reach, breath in. Ocean exhale. So we're just going to kind of open slowly from the inside out. Come to figure four with that left ankle on top of the right knee. And then go ahead and thread the needle. So left arm through the hole of the left knee, wrap the hands around your right knee. Flex your feet gently, hug the right thigh to the outer ribs. And then just kind of feel into this, let it organize. And then we get to roll the tailbone toward the earth. We get to spread the shoulder blades wide, the toes. We soften the jaw and we feel into 3 breaths. That ocean exhale, soothe. One more. Now a silent breath here. Thank you. Now we are going to unstring that left arm. Bring the left hand to the top of the left knee and then slide the left thigh over right. So like floating Gomukhasana legs. And then slide your hands around your outer ankles here as comfortable. Flex the feet, and if it's possible, start to press your feet toward the side walls. So one foot toward the windows, the other foot toward the side door. And then see if you can hug the thighs a little closer. Let go of any force though. Let the shoulders roll back and down. Give it about 3 breaths. Any little tonings, open mouth exhales, maybe silence. There might even be a little tiny kind of, how do I want to say it, like crawling the tailbone toward this front wall a little, like a side to side sway. One more breath. And then go ahead and release the ankles. We're going to bring the right foot to the earth. Now stick with me here. Hopefully there's a block handy. Here, I'll come around and kick them handy. And we're going to slide the blocks underneath our head, the long version of the block under our head. So right foot's on the earth, the legs are crossed. We're going to bring the block underneath the base of our skull. So we kind of have that edge right in that cervical part where it needs to have this. Yeah. And then just kind of hang out here for a moment so you can just gently roll the head a little side to side. So the left thigh is crossed over right. The right foot is on the earth. Yeah, there we go. And now stick with me here. I'm going to try to be really specific with my words. I need to get into the position so I don't confuse us. So let the arms spread like a T from your heart. Legs are crossed. Scoot the hips a little bit to the left. And then let the knees drape to the right. Now from here, we're going to draw both shoulder blades as close to the earth as possible. And then we're slowly going to drag the back of the left hand on the earth. Biceps going to drape over the ear. And then we're going to keep dragging that arm, and it's going to fold over our heart. And we stack the palms, and the head just kind of rolls on the block there. And then we drag that left hand like a half moon back over the ear. And then we open that back up to the twist. And again, the head just kind of rolls on the block. The knees stay over to the right the whole time. And so just take that about 3 more rounds of breath. Yeah. And as possible, the left fingertips can drag on the earth. It's okay with this.
Really nice way to develop the lymphatic system there as well. Now the next time that left arm is straight out to the left. Stay there. And then maybe the gaze slides a little bit to the left. Relax your jaw. Maybe there's a little inchworming of that left hip down away from the ribs. You got it. Full breath in. One more. Let's stay here for a silent breath. Dissolving and becoming. And then we breathe in and we lift the knees center. We uncross the thighs. We bring the feet behind our sit bones and we square our hips. And then slide the hand behind your head, hug your chin to your throat, and slide the block out from under you for now. Keep it handy. And then just bring your head back to the earth. Hands to the belly. Tiny scoop of the tailbone toward the ceiling. Press your sacrum. And just for one breath, the tailbone does a little sway and just hum into this. Relax everything. Now we press the left foot into the earth. We straighten the right leg toward the ceiling. We interlace our hands behind the right hamstring. We press the hamstring into the hands. And then a slow circling of the right ankle toes. Again, press the left foot enough so the sacrum anchors gently to the earth. And now we switch directions. Footprint the ceiling there, right foot. Give it a full breath in, ocean exhale. And we get to do that whole sequence on the other side. So figure four, right ankle, top of the left knee. String the right arm, thread the needle. Wrap the hands around the left knee, hug the left thigh to the outer ribs. Watch that organize. So interesting. And then roll the tailbone toward the earth. Broaden the shoulders. Lightly flex the feet, jaws soft, full breath in. Again. Silent breath. And now we unstring the right arm. Right hand comes to the right knee, and we slide the right thigh over the left. So floating Gomukhasana. And then wrap your hands around your outer ankles. And see if you can just kind of imagine footprinting the side walls. Ooh. And then we hug the thighs to the belly, shoulders as soft as possible. 3 breaths. Maybe the tailbone kind of rolls toward this front wall. Any tonings? Open mouth exhales. All the way to the bottom of the exhale. One more breath, please. So we keep the right thigh over left. We bring our left foot to the earth. You can slide a hand behind the back of your head to draw the chin towards your throat, and then let's bring those blocks underneath the base of our skull. And then
spread the arms like a T from your heart. Press that left foot and lift the hips, scoot them a little to the right, and then drop both knees to the left. Whew. There. And then just the shimmy shoulders to the earth. Breath. Hi, 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 hi. And then when you're ready, you're just going to start to drag the back of the right hand on the earth, sliding the bicep over our ear. We start to fold the shoulder over our heart. You might want to slide a little more of the block to the left, because then the right hand stacks over the left. It might come a little bit beyond the left fingertips. And then we circle that right bicep back over the ear. Got it. Heart slides open, inner gaze toward the ceiling. Just take that about 3 rounds and really allow your breath to fully carry the movement. Get to kind of revel through the unwinding, birthing, and letting go. Now the next time that right arm is to the right, let's stay here. You can energetically track the right hip down a little away from the ribs. Full breath in. Subtle. One more, watch the internal unhooking. Now a silent breath. We breathe in and we lift our knees center. We uncross the thighs. Step the feet behind the sit bones and square the hips. Slide a hand behind your neck. Use that hand to hold your chin to your throat and then just slide the block out from under you. But this time, keep the chin at your throat. Interlace your hands behind your head and let your elbows kind of hug your side temples. And then from here, a gentle press of the feet, a tiny scoop of the tailbone. Maybe lift the shoulder blades a little bit. Ooh, and then keep the chin at your throat as you slowly release the head to the earth. You slide the hands off the side of your head, and then just bring your hands, palms down next to the hips. Give it a breath. Now, press the back of your head gently. Breathe in, press your feet, scoop your tailbone, round up vertebrae by vertebrae. Reach your arms toward the ceiling, biceps by ears. That's the breath in. Exhale, slowly round back down, vertebrae by vertebrae, arms pivot through space, landing palms down next to the hips. You take that again. Breath in. Get to the space between the space. Exhale, come on down. Please take that 2 more rounds of breath. No hurry, no pause. Next time the spine comes to the earth, stay here. Come to robot arms. Press the feet, scoop the tailbone, round up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Press the elbows into the earth. Start to walk the inner elbows toward each other. Get high on your shoulders. We're coming into Setu Bandha, supported bridge. Now your hands can hug your outer hips or interlace your hands under your sacrum and track your outer pinkies to the earth. Now keep your inner gaze toward the ceiling, please. Now breath in with the hips. And as you exhale, stay here in hug the belly up and under your ribs. And take that a few more rounds of breath. Full exhale, got it. Last one here. And next breath in, lift your hips a little bit higher. And then exhale, release one shoulder at a time. Maybe the tailbone does a little sway, vertebrae by vertebrae. And then once the tailbone releases to the earth, bring the soles of your feet together, knees splay open, and gently rest the hands on the inguinal hip groove. So just right in that lymph node area of the hips. You know, the lymph node area. And relax the ears, the jaw, the pelvis. And we're gonna drop in 3 Brahmari hums. Full inhale. Now slide your hands underneath your thighs and draw the knees together. You can hug one thigh up toward the belly and the other. Squeeze here. Little movements, we've got a couple of breaths. Yeah. And then we slide our hands behind our knees. Let's use our feet for momentum to round up and down the spine. Just take that about 2 more rounds. And then the next time we round up, see if you can actually roll into a little squat here. And if not, no problem. Just come to a cross-legged position and you can round forward. And then offer a really nice calf stretch here. Let the tailbone relax, the base of the skull, the shoulders. Breath in, breath out. We honor these different planes of movement, the dance of creation, fingertips toward the toes. Start to straighten the knees. We're coming into a forward fold. Keep the knees now micro bent. Actually, bend them pretty deeply. And step the feet as wide as what's comfortable for you. Yeah, and then give it a subtle bounce, any little movement here. Shake out the head and neck. And then we bend the knees pretty deeply and we slide the left hand to the earth in front of our toes, between our big toes. You can use a block. And we slide our right arm to the sky and we straighten our right knee and we kick to the right thumb. Anchor the right big toe and pulse the knee lightly. Pull back in the pubic bone as that happens, and maybe a little pulse of the elbows. And then bend that right knee, slide the right hand to the earth to replace the left. And then we slide the left arm to the sky. We straighten the left knee. Anchor the left big toe and a subtle pulse of the left knee, pubic bone, maybe the elbows. Breath. And then bend that left knee, left fingertips to the earth. Next inhale, hands mid shins, pull the pubic bone back farther to the left. Knees are still bent. Exhale, hands behind the calves. Straighten the knees without locking them to your belly button. Please take that movement twice more. No hurry, no pause. It's this Rima principle that I've been working with my entire life. And the last one here. Next time you're in a forward fold, stay here for a breath. Now bend the knees pretty deep. Take a slow reverse swan dive. Space under your belly lifts you. At the top of that, palms touch above your head. Exhale, hands heart center, soften the knees. Inhale, hands open outer hips. Same inhale, biceps by ears, heart shine. Exhale, slow swan dive all the way forward. Adjust for you. Inhale, partway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees deep, a slow reverse swan dive. You feel that magnetism to the sun, the moon, heart. Exhale, hands heart center, soften the knees. Breathe in, breathe out. Now inhale, hands open outer hips. Same inhale, biceps by ears. Exhale, slow swan dive all the way forward. You can use blocks here if you like. We're going to step our right foot to lunge, right heel to the earth, 45 degrees. We breathe in and we rise through to warrior one. We straighten the front knee and we back straight the arms. Now we bend that front knee, we reach toward the front wall, and we take that movement twice more, like in the sun center right now. Last one. And this time as you straighten that front knee, backstroke the arms, interlace your hands behind you. Knuckles toward the back heel, now belly lifts to heart. You can stay here. Or micro bend that front knee, pull the left hip back, slide your torso parallel to the earth. Right, now lengthen your crown toward the front wall, knuckles toward the back wall. Release the left hand to your sacrum, right hand to the earth or a block under your shoulder. Inner belly scoops to the left, the whole torso scoops to the left. Backstroke the left arm and maybe lift the left arm to the sky. Maybe there's a left knee pulse, elbows lengthening. Give it 2 breaths. Little energy to the outer feet. Backstroke that left arm. Bring the left hand to the earth, outer left foot. Again, you can use a block. If there's space, straighten your elbows, lengthen your spine, pull the pubic bone back. Exhale, bend the elbows, bow toward that inner front shin. Take that again. Inhale. Exhale. Now stay here for a full breath and slide the left thigh into your hip. Now bend that left knee, zip up the inner thighs. Warrior one, all the way up. And then exhale, just bend this. Another breath in. And exhale, hands slide to prayer. Let's pivot on the ball of our back foot. Little prayer hands open into an offering bowl. And then we're just going to share this with the earth. You can set your blocks aside. We step through to plank. We want to stay here. Give it a big breath in. And then lower all the way to the earth. Slow flow. Bhujangasana. Shoulders back and down. A little shimmy of the heart. Then come all the way down. Tuck your toes. Maybe push up through plank or press over your knees to downward facing dog. Can you believe it? Down dog. Lift the heels. Bend the knees really deep and press your belly to your thighs. Lengthen the spine. And then a super tiny wag of the tailbone. We love that little tailbone. Breath in, breath out. One more. Thank you. Now breathe in and straighten the knees. Start to track your heels toward the earth. Pull the pubic bone back. Give it 3 breaths here. Just watch this natural refinement. Witness evolution happening right now. Thank you. Now the breath in carries the right toes to the sky. We peek between our hands and it's a big step through the lunge. We step the left foot forward enough to bring the heel to the earth.
We breathe in, warrior one. Straighten the front knee, backstroke the arms. Bend that front knee, reach toward the front wall. We take that 2 more rounds of breath. And the last one. Beautiful. Straighten the front knee, interlace your hands behind you, opposite pinky on the outside. Belly, heart. Micro bend the right knee, pull the right hip back, torso parallel to the earth. Crawl shoulders and ears away from each other, give it a breath. And then we rest the right hand to our sacrum, left hand to the earth or a block under your shoulder. We start to pull the right pubic bone back and the belly scoops to the right. Backstroke the right arm and then lift that arm to the sky. Maybe a little pulse of the right knee, elbows. Roll a little energy to the outer feet. Good, we've got a couple of breaths. Good, one more. Backstroke the right arm. Bring the right hand to the earth, outer right foot. Micro bend the right knee for a moment and then slide the thigh into the right hip. Straighten the elbows, lengthen. And exhale, bend the elbows and bow toward the inner shins. Play with that slow wave pulse for a couple of breaths. Last one. Then bow into the shin, bow into the heart. This moment, full breath. Now we bend the right knee, zip up the inner thighs, warrior one. Exhale, shoulders back and down, land it. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to prayer. Pivot on the ball of the back foot, hover the knee. Prayer palms, it's an offering bowl. Thank you. And then we share this with Ma Earth. Thanks, Mama. We step up to plank. Move through your vinyasa. Maybe chaturanga, upward dog or cobra, zero hurry. And then we do meet in downward facing dog. We offer 3 breaths into down dog. We offer down dog or pretty dogs. And now our breath in carries our left toes to the sky. Press a little beyond. And exhale, step left foot through to lunge. Right foot follows. Heel toe your feet wider than your hips. Toes a little wider than heels. And then exhale, you can use a block under your fingertips here. We're gonna lower into Malasana. And then inhale, straighten the knees. And then slide the feet parallel, lengthen the spine and the glute muscles. Take that again, step the toes a little wider, Malasana. One more, straighten the knees. Step the feet parallel, lengthen the spine, sit bones lift. Step the toes wider, this time we'll stay in Malasana. Maybe you roll your mat up under your heels, upper arms press into inner knees, pressing into upper arms, prayer hands. Soften the eyes. And offer yourself to yourself. Breath. Thank you. And then just working this out in your bodies. Maybe the arms reach out in front of you. You've got the support of the universe. Sit bones to the earth. Shoulders back and down. Scoop the tailbone, nice. Round down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And now we are making our way towards Shavasana. So any movements now. We've got about 10 or so breaths just to really listen into the wisdom of your primordial anatomy. Right? The wisdom of this biological field of embodiment, like the ley lines that we get to explore while we're here with planet Earth. What final movements are calling out to you? And I so appreciate just being like in presence with all of you and just kind of feeling like the wisdoms articulate through and really sensing how that supports my growth, my healing, my journey. Thank you. As Thich Nhat Hanh says, oh, just walking each other home. So just feeling this transition into Shavasana, our final relaxation. Shavasana is corpse pose. Whew. Freed from identity, freed from story. We offer our body to earth body, water body, fire, air, dissolved through space. bring your mind to your body. Notice this breath in and take it all the way to the top. Thank you, this most sacred elixir. As you exhale, release that all the way to the bottom. Released, received, held. A few more breaths here. Remember your intention, that single word, let that illuminate heart, whole body. And just with your mind, start to imagine the vibration of your word as a color illuminating the space about an arm's distance all around you. Feeling the subtle pulse of your heart connected right into the center of Earth's heart, here, now. And as you feel the weight of your body just held and whole, notice that we get to interact through embodiment. Fingers stir toes. Our head sways gently. You can bend your knees as you're ready. Notice what it feels like to roll to one side. You might place your top hand on the earth in front of your heart, her heart, just this sweet acknowledgement. And then leaning into this support. Slowly make your way to a seated position. Welcome to keep your eyes closed. And let's notice our baseline now. Leaning into your body, the support of your own body. Earth. See if you can receive a little bit more of this moment. Just through receiving a little bit more of you. And you're belonging here because you exist. Palms together, heart center, whatever feels good to you. Just honoring this journey. Honoring the teacher that presides inside your heart, guiding you along your way. As we offer our practice into the highest good of all beings, we receive the nectar of our practice right here, right now. Let's tone together a single Om. Please release your breath. And breathe in. As we blink the eyes, softly open, let them be a little blurry. Feel that light inside, just meet the light all around us. Our practice is complete. Namaste. Thank you all so much for your presence. And here if there's any questions, any prayers, yes. Oh, questions, and let's all pray. Have a good day. Thank you. Thank you, Robbins.